Hey, what's going on, everybody? Listen, you definitely want to check out this video because I'm going to share with you a method on how you'll be able to get any item removed off your credit report in as little as 4 days. Yes, okay. This is definitely a game changer. It's a 3-step process on how you'll be able to clean up your credit report. You don't want to miss out on this video here. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into it and share on how you'll be able to go ahead and clean up your credit report in no time. Let's get to it.
This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning into the channel. This is your main man, your blueprint mastermind. And in this channel, we discuss everything credit, personal finance, business funding, and more important, giving you the blueprint to success. All right. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button as you don't want to miss out any game that we're dropping when it comes to improving your credit and leveraging your credit to get to the bag. This is the channel that we give you all the sauce, no fluff, no fillers, nothing like that. We get straight to it, okay? And then with that being said, let's get straight into it. Listen, as I mentioned earlier, guys, this is a game changer right here. This is a method that we've been using for a lot of clients to get items removed off of their credit report in as little as 4 days. Yes, no cap, guys. It doesn't matter whether it's a repossession, foreclosure, bankruptcy, hard inquiries, anything that's impacting your credit report in a negative way. This is a 3-step process on leveraging breaches by companies or a data breach from a company to report identity theft. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. This has been helping a lot of people getting items removed off their credit report and getting up to 100 points added to their credit or even more. All right. So first things first, the key with this method here is combining it with a FTC identity theft affidavit, as well as affidavit of facts, which I'm going to cover in this video, the 3-step process on how to do so. But before we get into the 3-step process, a couple things that you're going to need as far as a checklist before you get started. I want to go ahead and break down the checklist. First of all, you're going to need a copy of your credit report. Okay. Now you'll be able to go ahead and get a copy of your credit report at uptrendtrial.com, or you can go to uptrendcredit.com, which you'll be able to get a copy of your 3-bureau report as well as your credit scores as well too. If not, you can go directly to annual.com, which you'll be able to get a free copy of your credit report. It doesn't include the scores. However, you'll be able to get your 3-bureau report once every week based on federal law by going to this website here. Okay. So now, once you get a copy of your credit report, the second thing you're going to need to do on this checklist is filing a FTC identity theft affidavit, which I'm going to show you how to do so, as well as filing an affidavit of facts and getting that notarized as well too, and which I'm going to share with you on how to do so within this video. And last but not least is filing a complaint with the CFPB and uploading these documents that I'm going to share with you within that complaint. And that's it. Once you follow those 3 steps, you should be able to see your credit report wiped clean with any negative items within as little as 4 days. Okay. So those are the 3 things you're pretty much going to need. Technically, I want to go into the law that pretty much underlines this entire argument here. Okay. And which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act 605B. All right, which it shows here directly. It states that except as otherwise provided in this section, a consumer reporting agency shall block the reporting of any information in the file of a consumer that the consumer identifies as information that resulted from an alleged identity theft, not later than 4 business days after the date of the receipt by such agency. Okay. So as you can see, guys, we're from the law here. So this is not anything that's made up or a myth or some type of rumor or anything like that. We are leveraging the Fair Credit Reporting Act and this law in regards to dealing with identity theft. Now, normally when they come to arguing this particular claim, they would ask you to file a police report or to attach a police report when it comes to identity theft. Listen, we're not here to go ahead and have anybody do anything that's illegal or to be able to share any improper practices, right? And of course, a lot of people have been getting in trouble by falsifying police reports when they argue identity theft. So what we have realized and what we're basically sharing with everybody is leveraging companies who have been attacked by hackers or data breaches from companies to leverage that argument when it comes to identity theft. Now, what is data breach and what is hackers? Wes, what are you talking about? You may not have be aware, but of course, we're in a new digital age where a lot of companies, whether it's governments, public companies, private companies, have been victimized or been exposed to data breaches, right? Now, the most recent one that has occurred is Comcast as well as Truist Bank, which I'm going to share with you guys right now. These Comcast and Truist Bank recently have been the victim of a data breach, a ransomware where over 237 of its customers' personal information has been exposed to the dark web. Now, we're talking about names, addresses, social security number, date of birth, all sensitive personal information. Okay. What happens, of course, when this type of situation occurs, a lot of individuals, they end up becoming the victims of identity theft, right? And this has gone back as late as 2017, where even Equifax have experienced a data breach where over 100 million individuals' information was exposed on the dark web. If you guys may not realize, I released a video about this, but late last month in September, right, last month here, nearly 3 billion people's information was exposed on the dark web. And we're talking about all sensitive information, names, addresses, socials, date of birth. So basically what I'm letting you guys know, nobody's impervious or when it comes to identity theft or having their information exposed to the dark web. So essentially what you can do is if you've been victimized or if you have received any type of communication from these companies, which they're required by federal law, if they've experienced any type of ransomware or a data breach, they have to inform their customers and their clients that their information could have been potentially exposed due to this data breach. Guess what? You can leverage this circumstance to be able to go ahead and claim identity theft and remove any negative items off of your credit report in relation to this, right? And again, I'm going to share with you guys the 3-step process on doing so by arguing the Fair Credit Reporting Act 65B, stating that you've been victimized because of this data breach here. All right. So the first step is, again, obtaining your credit report and identifying the negative items. So first thing you want to do, like I mentioned, is get a copy of your credit report. This is something that, of course, should be a common and a habit for you guys, because like I've stated earlier, identity theft is on the rise and everything. So you want to make sure you're checking your credit report at least on a monthly basis to make sure that you're not having any unauthorized accounts being opened in. I've shared with you guys the platforms on how you'll be able to check your credit. Once you have pulled your credit report, then you want to identify all of the negative items that's hurting your credit, whether it's a charge off, a collection, repossession, or a hard inquiry. Write them down, as these are going to be the items that you're going to be attacking using this method here. Okay.
If your credit ain't high and it's actually down, the time to take action is now. Yeah. If your credit ain't high and it's actually down, the time to take action is now. Go get control of your credit.
Listen, I've been getting a lot
down. Oh yes, to show you the leverage, to show you can get a new ride, go get you a house. Just so you don't feel disparaged, you don't feel embarrassed. It's right, so go get it done now. Don't survive through the week, go improve, get it up. Want a life full of freedom to do what you want. He's a guy that you need, he's a dude that you want. Not 5 minus 3, that's 2, number 1. Guy you will see if you hit him up. He'll help with devotion, this I am sure of. Updates, promotions, this kind of courses. Work with him anywhere, but he's in Florida. Credit will get repaired, yes.
Now, once you have identified all of the accounts you want to attack and remove, the second step is preparing your affidavit of facts and filing an FTC identity theft affidavit. Before we get into it, what is an affidavit of facts? The affidavit of facts is basically you self-attesting that the accounts that's reporting on this credit report you believe have been due to a data breach and you believe that these accounts should be removed off of your credit and should be prohibited from appearing on your credit as well too. So I've went ahead and prepared a sample affidavit of facts here, which of course you screenshot this and you could use this. And of course, as you can see, is very simple. You will first address it to have yourself at the top, address it to the particular credit bureau that you're going to send this to. Now, as you can see, I've titled this "The Dispute of Fraudulent Accounts Due to Identity Theft Following the Comcast Data Breach," sharing that using the Comcast data breach. But of course, you can utilize whether it's been Truist, AT&T went through a data breach, Walmart, Home Depot, all of these major companies at one point in time. If they haven't already, they're probably going to be a victim of a data breach. And normally when this happens, they send you a correspondence, they send you an email. Don't disregard it. Don't throw it away, as you want to utilize that. You're going to need that as evidence to attach as well to further strengthen your argument when it comes to this. Okay. But as you can see here, the affidavit of facts is pretty straightforward. Use this template here as you're outlining that number one, that you're swearing and affirming the following facts is true and the best of your knowledge, that you're a victim of identity theft. You're going to outline the details of the data breach. Of course, like I said, you're going to attach the evidence that the company is going to send to you that your information may have been exposed. Then you're going to list all of the accounts that I've just mentioned earlier that you want to go ahead and argue and get removed off of your credit. Then you're going to also include the law that you're arguing, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act 605B, to argue this claim. You want to, of course, make sure that you include your proof of identification. You're going to have to send that anyway when you upload it to the CFPB's website. Last but not least, you want to certify everything by making sure that not only you sign, but you get this notarized as well. Once you notarize it, that pretty much is a certified document, right? It makes it a document that the credit bureaus must argue the entire claim that you're making. In the event that they decide to disregard this argument or deny it, that puts them in over pickle if you have to go to litigation on this. Once you have your affidavit of facts, then also what you want to do, which we're going to pull up here, go to the FTC's website. I should have had this prepared already, but once you have your affidavit of facts prepared, then you want to go to the FTC's website, identitytheft.gov. You're going to want to file an identity theft report. You're going to follow the steps here and file loans or leases or credit card accounts, whichever one pertains to your particular situation. If you're arguing credit cards, you click credit cards. If it's any loans, leases, or anything like that, you'll click that. Then, of course, you're going to click the selection of the account that you're particularly arguing, whether it's a personal loan, credit card. For this demonstration, we're going to do personal loan. You're going to hit continue. They're going to ask you some information and confirm information. As you can see here, it's a 6-step process to file the FTC identity theft complaint. Again, like I mentioned, step 1, you want to make sure you write down and identify all of the accounts that you're looking to have removed using this particular argument. You're going to put down all of the information, the name of the bank, the date of when you first noticed the problem was going to be the date that you're actually filling out this affidavit. Also, if you tell us when the fraudulent charges began, you're going to put the date of when you noticed the data breach. So if it's the data breach of Comcast, for instance, happened October 7th, so you're going to either put October 8th or 9th or the date of the news of the data breach or any subsequent day after that, right? The amount of the fraudulent charges, so the amount of the account that you're disputing that's on your credit report, as well as the account number. Now, once you put in all that information, then it's going to ask you your personal information, such as your name, phone number, email address, date of birth, and everything like that, as well as going to ask you, has the victim's legal name or address changed since the theft occurred? If that pertains to you, you're going to put yes, and then you're going to have, of course, put in your updated address. If you're in the military or a veteran, click yes or no there. It's going to prevent me from moving forward because obviously I haven't put in any personal information. If once you have gotten past this part, then you're going to follow the prompts and follow the steps up until you get to the final part of filling out the identity theft report here. Once you have done so, you're going to confirm and generate the identity theft report. Of course, there's going to be a portion where it's going to ask you to upload any documentation that you have in relation to. This is when you're going to upload your identity, the affidavit of facts into this identity theft complaint as well too, right? So once you have went ahead and generated and produced your identity theft affidavit, you're going to download this document. And now you're going to have both your affidavit of facts as well as your identity theft affidavit from the FTC. All right. Now, once you have both of these two documents, the last step for you to do is filing a complaint with the CFPB. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do so. We're going to walk through the steps of filing a complaint with the CF. So what you're going to do, you can see here, you're going to log into the website. If you haven't set up an account already, you definitely want to make sure you set up an account. Then you're going to make the selection of what is this complaint about? It's in regards to credit reporting or personal consumer reports. And then, of course, what type of credit reporting product is credit reporting? Hit next. You're going to follow the 5-step process here. It's very simple, guys. Again, following this method, you'll be able to get items removed off your credit report. Okay. What type of problem you're having is going to collect. You're going to select the first one, incorrect information reporting on your credit report. What best describes your problem? Account information incorrect. Or no, I'm sorry. You're going to hit information belongs to someone else, which of course is identity theft. It's identity theft. So just make sure that you selected the right one. Have you tried to fix this problem with the company? Yes. Did you request information from the company? No. All right. Then you're going to hit next. Very simple, straightforward process, guy. Following this process here is definitely going to get you the results that you're looking for at getting the items removed off your credit report. Now, this right here, what happened? Now, typically, when you come to this section right here, all right, you just want to go ahead and copy and paste from the affidavit of facts. I'm going to copy and paste it here. And as you can see, you're basically just stating you're a victim of identity theft following the recent data breach involving, I put Comcast because obviously that's part of the video. That's the company we spoke about in this video. My personal information, which was compromised in this breach, has been fraudulently used without my consent. And also you're going to outline, I would like to have the following my credit report. Sorry, guys, don't judge me, okay? All right. Once you have went ahead and put that, you're going to list out all of the accounts and income you have included into your affidavit of facts as well as your identity theft affidavit, okay? Once you outline all of these, then of course, what will be a fair resolution to this issue? The resolution is, let's see here, to have accounts removed from my credit report within 4 business days as outlined under Fair Credit Reporting Act 605B, and also accounts from appearing on my credit report in the future. All right. And of course, this is very key, guys, that you state this, because not only that you want to have it removed, but you also want to block these accounts from appearing on your credit report. Okay. Again, this is all in accordance under the Fair Credit Reporting Act 605B, right? Now, when it comes to this section, this is where you want to upload the affidavit, your notarized affidavit of facts, as well as your identity theft affidavit. Also, once you have those 2 affidavits or those 2 documents uploaded, you also want to include, of course, a copy of your identification as well as verification of your residence as well too, which is either could be a utility bill or something that verifies your proof of residence. Once you have inputted all of this information, you're going to go ahead and go to the next step. And we're almost done here, guys. And of course, you're going to list the 3 credit bureaus that you're arguing. This is whether it's Equifax Credit Bureau, name as it appears. You could put any one of these. Do you want to complain about another company? Yes. Then, you would put TransUnion. And third, if it's Experian, you're going to put Experian as well too. But for the sake of this video, we're going to keep it going here. Okay. Did you try to? Yes and no. Again, we're just answering the same questions that they asked us earlier in the video here. All right. Do you want to report another company? We're going to put no. Now, of course, if you guys having any trouble following these steps or outlining these steps, let me know. I'll go ahead and do another video on sharing with you guys on how to be able to go ahead and do this, how to file an identity theft report with the FTC's website. All right. So just drop it in the comments if you have any questions here. Okay. Now, because there's sensitive information in regards to this particular account, this is not a dummy account I'm using. I'm actually using a client's account. So I don't want to go ahead and reveal their personal information on this video here. So we're going to go ahead and stop at this part. However, again, like I just mentioned, you guys need to do another video. I'll go ahead and create a dummy account on the FTC's website as well as the CFPB's website. And we'll go through step by step on how you'll be able to go ahead and file a complaint as well as create an identity theft report here as well too. Okay. Now, once you've went ahead and followed the steps and completed the CFPB complaint and submitted it, you want to go ahead and print out the confirmation at the end of the page, which they're going to give you a confirmation number that your complaint has been filed. Okay. And once you have went ahead and followed these steps, that's it, guys. I just shared with you the game, the sauce on how you be able to go ahead and leverage a company's data breach to get any item removed off of your credit report. Yes, guys. And this is going to happen as fast as 4 days. Of course, this has happened with plenty of clients that have utilized this and they have gotten great results. Clients' credit scores that's been in the mid to low 500s. I've been able to get credit score up into the 700s and everything like that. So, of course, now, if for some reason the credit bureaus don't comply with this initial request, listen, credit repair is a process. It takes time. This is a marathon, not a sprint here. So, of course, patience and persistence is the key here. So what you're going to need to do, of course, is following up with the initial reason as to why they have denied your claim. So what you can either do is file a method of verification, which I can share with you guys in another video on how to file a method of verification in which you're asserting to the credit bureaus or the credit reporting agency how they're able to verify or validate the accounts that they've stated. And at that point, you are now putting them in a corner. As far as credit reporting agencies, they have to provide you proof in doing so, as well as the decision that they want denying your identity theft claim. They're going to approve it because of the affidavit of facts. You went ahead and notarized it, and you're self-attesting that, hey, you've been part of a data breach from a company which they've shared with you that your information was exposed in this data breach. You're sending evidence of the data breach within either the email or the correspondence that the company sent to you. You've went ahead and notarized the affidavit of facts, further asserting your argument. Also, you filed an identity theft claim with the FTC. And the beautiful thing about this, guys, you guys didn't have to file police reports or anything like that. Arguing this is, of course, that right there, you don't want to go through that route of filing a police report. A lot of police departments don't even want to help people file police reports when it comes to identity theft because a lot of people just have been abusing it, right? So by following these methods, guys, of course, you should be able to see success. If you guys need more help, or if I didn't outline all the steps here for you, if you need personal one-on-one help, tap in with someone from myself or my team. Hit the link down below. The Credit the Game. We are a company that help individuals repair, build, and leverage their credit. Not only we can help you repair your credit, but like I mentioned, leverage your credit to get funding up to $100,000. Of course, that's just the key, not just building your personal credit, but leveraging it as well to be able to buy a house, buy a car, get into entrepreneurship, or even just build generational wealth and make a better lifestyle for yourself. So thanks for tuning into the video. Thanks for listening, guys. Listen, you definitely want to check out some of the other videos we have here as far as, increase your credit limit, as well as other methods on how to improve your credit score. Listen, we drop 2 videos per week. Also, definitely drop a comment if you want me to do a follow-up video on this to really break down the steps on how you'll be able to file the identity theft claim as well as filing a complaint with the CFPB. All right, guys, listen, stay safe, stay dangerous out there. And as always, I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Take care. Peace.
Blueprint. Yeah, blueprint. This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it, cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep, West Paul with blueprint. Guests are exclusive. Get on and tune in and then learn some new tips about credit, finance, investment. A nice chance to get rich and buy land. Flip it, quick 9 bands. Learn all the skills from Wes, he did it. Learn how to build successful business. Run up a mill and get the digits. Run up a mill. Look, safe place where guests are speaking. Based off financial freedom. All facts, no cap, believe it. Podcast, you have to see it.